experience of Simon Peter following the crucifixion and resurrection. And it's his version of how things went the day that he lost his love for Christ. The gates and doors were barred, all the windows fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness, arose at every sound. Half in hopeless sorrow, half in fear the day we find the soldiers breaking through to take us all away. Just before the sunrise, I heard something at the wall. The gates began to rattle, a voice began to call. I hurried to the window, looked down into the street, expecting swords and torches and the sound of soldiers' feet. There was no one there but Mary. I went down to let her in. John stood there beside us as she told us where she'd been. They moved him in the night, none of us know where. The stone's been rolled away, and now his body is not there. We all ran toward the garden, John ran on ahead. We found the stone and the empty tomb just the way that Mary said. But the winding sheet that wrapped him in was just an empty shell. And how and where they'd taken him was more than I could tell. Well, something strange had happened there, just what I did not know. John believed a miracle, I just turned to go. Circumstance and speculation couldn't lift me very high, 'cause I'd watched them crucify him and then I saw him die. Back inside the house again, my guilt and anguish came. Everything I promised him just added to my shame. When at last it came to choices, I denied I knew his name. And even if he was alive, it just couldn't be the same. Suddenly the air was filled with a strange and sweet perfume. A light that came from everywhere drove the shadows from the room. Jesus stood before me, his arms held open wide. I fell down on my knees and clung to him and cried. He raised me to my feet, I looked into his eyes. A light was shining out from him like sunlight from the sky. All the guilt and my confusion disappeared in sweet relief, and every doubt I'd ever had just melted in